Hey guys, this is Makanor, and if you've seen my video, Elitists and Cynics in the Otherkin community, well, this is an add-up video to it, or add-on video to it, and if you haven't, well, you should watch it. Now, I'm going to go into detail. Now, in the Otherkin community, in forums and groups, there's generally, the process of introducing oneself. You talk about who you are, and what you identify as, and how long you've identified as this thing, or when you awaken to it. And to me, and I think many other people, introductions work like this. We talk about, we say who we are, what we do, or blah blah blah, and other people say the same. Other people introduce themselves as well. And this goes on in elementary school, middle school, high school, even college, even work. It goes on throughout life a lot. Now, in some forums and groups, there's questioning involved. And and don't get me wrong, questioning is a beautiful process. It's supposed to get the brain churning. It's supposed to stimulate inner self reflection so one can come to a better understanding of who or what they are. But questioning in the hands of cynics and elitists, otherkin in the otherkin community, it becomes hazing, it becomes interrogation, it becomes it becomes basically scrutinizing people for not having the same for not sharing the same standard of being otherkin, I guess. And they ask questions like, why do you identify as this? How what makes you feel you identify as this? How are you sure you identify as this? And these are pretty open questions. And what I mean by that is there's multiple correct answers. There's no one true correct answer. Now there are some wrong answers, but there's no true correct answer. And when some people give genuinely legitimate answers and genuinely reasonable answers and show a genuine understanding of the otherkin concept and show a genuine interest in learning more about being otherkin, these guys just basically just tear into them. They tear into like the smallest faults in there. Like they tear into probably bad explaining of what they identify as or why they identify as something, or miswording something, and they just tear into it. And this isn't one person tearing into it. This is three, four, five people. This is like piranhas attacking a goldfish. And if you haven't seen it, probably pause this video and look that up. Look up piranhas attacking a goldfish, a live goldfish. It's not pretty. Now, but they do that. It's kind of like exactly what goes on in an introduction. Like if they don't get the answer they want, or the answer that is suitable or pleasing to them, they all tear into you. If one tears into you, they all start tearing into you. And I it's sickening. It's sickening because don't get me wrong. I understand if the person is showing if the person answered questions incorrectly, or they genuinely show no understanding of the otherkin concept, they show no interest in being otherkin, and they genuinely are stubborn and they show no respect or anything at all. But these people that I have seen this happen to, they have apologized. They apologize for not being able to explain correctly. They apologize for not knowing some facts. They apologize for miswording things, and they still get laid into. They still get freaking bulldozed into by three, four, five people. Three, four, by all these freaking elitists and these cynics and these pricks. They lay into them. And it's really a draining thing to watch. If you are in a group or in a forum, it's a draining thing to read. Because you hear them introduce themselves, and it's so energetic and eager and happy. And then the questioning starts, and then and the questioning starts, and the hazing begins, and the interrogation begins, and you can see the joy and the eagerness and the energy just start draining from them. The hazing is so bad, some people leave, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to be in a community that hazes me and tells me that I don't know what I am, when I'm giving, when I am explaining perfectly fine what I am. Now, I understand that the questioning process, and I know their reasoning and their meaning behind questioning and heavily scrutinizing people that introduce themselves. They're trying to get rid of the fakes and the furries in the otherkin community, or prevent them from getting in there and stuff like that. But I just feel like they're doing more harm than they are helping, you know? And I just think I think they're coming off as pricks. And if you're watching this, you're coming off as pricks. And I'm gonna say this: there's a certain tact to how you handle the situation. There's a certain tact, and if y'all don't know what tact is sensitivity in dealing with others or with difficult issues. It's a keen sense of what to say or to do to avoid giving offense. A skill in dealing with difficult or delicate situations. Or, keen sense of what is appropriate, tasteful, or aesthetically pleasing. But basically, tact is knowing how to say something that doesn't hurt people. You can tell someone that they are wrong without being a dick. You can tell someone that maybe they don't have a good understanding of something without being a jerk. And to me, it's hypocritical because some of the people that are doing the scrutinizing, they're guilty of the same things they're scrutinizing in others, and they are still guilty of it. They're still guilty of it. And instead of scrutinizing the person, help them. Help them. Don't you can't kick someone to the ground and keep kicking them and then tell them to get up. If you're not lending a hand, then you're really not doing anything. And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's why half of these Otherkin communities I've seen, or half these Otherkin forums and groups I've seen so far are dying. Because people have gone silent. People are scared to share their opinions. They're scared to share their beliefs, their perspectives, because they're scared that they're going to be hazed. And there's tact. There's a way to deal with this. I understand if someone's incorrect, if someone's just clearly fake or stupid or whatever, but there's a tact. There's a way that you can say something without being rude. There's a way that you can say something without bullying somebody, without scrutinizing, without it sounding like an interrogation, without it sounding like you're bombarding or peer pressuring somebody. And I implore people like that to just have an open mind. And if someone's incorrect, just think about what you type before you do it. Just think about how you can reword it in a more nicer way. Well, not even a nicer way, but a more respectful way that doesn't come off as harsh or imposing or attacking someone. Now, I'm not saying we should just that we should just, not hurt people's feelings, but we should do something, or we should say things in a way that isn't attacking people that don't need to be attacked. That isn't attacking people that don't deserve to be attacked. This is Makanor. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out.